An ATV gives you freedom, the kind you only get when you're out in the woods, on the trail, or deep in the backcountry. But to really enjoy those adventures, you need the right tools with you. That's why we put together this list of 10 ATV accessories that add some value to your ride. Updated price and purchase links are provided in the video description for your convenience. Let's begin. Trail riding gets messy fast. And when it does, there's one tool that can literally pull your day back together. The Rough Country 4,500 pounds electric winch. Think of it as your emergency rope crew, without the crew part. This thing isn't just strong, it's smart. You get a 50-foot synthetic rope, which means it won't snap back like a steel cable or shred your hands mid-recovery. It's safer, lighter, and easier to work with, especially when you're knee-deep in mud trying to stay upright. And thanks to a 4,500-pound pull rating and a 1.4 horsepower motor, it hauls heavy ATVs and side-by-sides out of ruts without breaking a sweat. Water crossing? Rainstorm? Doesn't matter. The water-resistant solenoid and sealed receiver box keep this thing ticking. You've got options too. Wireless remote for chill recovery, or a dash-mounted rocker switch when you want hands-on control. And installation's a breeze, which means less shop time and more trail time. If you ride solo, tackle sketchy climbs, or explore spots where getting stuck is just part of the adventure, this winch earns its place. Next, we've got something for the fun side of riding. Because kicking up dust is way better with your favorite playlist blasting in the background. This Boss speaker turns your ATV into a rolling sound system. The setup is fully weatherproof, so you can run it through rain, mud, and even snow, and it'll keep the party going. It's got two beefy 6.5-inch speakers, 1-inch tweeters, and a built-in 450-watt amp that pumps out serious sound. Bluetooth streaming is smooth, pairing up fast with your phone, and it reconnects automatically next time you fire it up. But those lights, they are cool. Multicolor LED illumination with 20 color options and 19 flashing patterns. You can dial up the brightness, switch speeds, or just let it sync with your ride's vibe. Also, you get a remote for the lights, an inline controller for the music, and a 3.5mm aux-in for old-school plugins. Mounting's easy with the included straps and clamps, no drilling or wiring headaches. But it's a bit bulky. You'll want to check your space before grabbing one. But for riders who like their trails loud, their camps lit, and their rides full of energy, it's a total vibe upgrade. Now, if you're all about comfort and storage, you are going to appreciate this one. The Camco Blackbor rear lounger is more like a comfy upgrade for your ATV. Long rides, hunting trips, or weekend trails. This one adds that extra bit of ease and utility we all wish we had sooner. You get a padded rear seat with full back support, lumbar pad and all. It makes sitting back feel natural, even when you're out in the woods for hours. When it comes to storage, there's plenty of space here. The lower bin gives you sealed, lockable storage that keeps your gear protected. On top of that, there's a smaller upper bin you can access while sitting. Perfect for snacks, gloves, or anything you want close by. Both sections together offer around 2 cubic feet of space, which is more than enough for most trips. It even includes cup holders and a built-in lock with keys. You don't have to worry about your stuff while you're away from your ride. Installation's simple too. It fits most tubular racks, and all the hardware's packed right inside. If you're after a mix of comfort, storage, and that little bit of luxury on the trail, this one's an easy pick. Alright, for those who ride in changing weather or just like having options, the Seismic Versafold Windshield is one of those clever add-ons that make a big difference. It fits Polaris full-size Rangers with the Pro Fit ROPS, and the best part is, it flips from a full windshield to a half in just seconds. No tools, no stress. Just twist 2 levers and you're good. Now when you fold it down, it doesn't bounce or rattle. That top section stays locked in place with strong rubber plugs. Plus, it doesn't touch the hood, so no scratches or awkward fit issues. Visibility stays super clear thanks to the two-sided hard-coated polycarbonate. It's tough, but still easy to see through. And around the edges, you've got an automotive-grade gasket that helps keep out water and wind. So even if it starts pouring or dust kicks up, you're a lot more sealed in. What's also nice, it works with Polaris roofs and doors. If you've got seismic accessories like mirrors or light bars, no problem there either. Even when it's folded down, it's safe to tow at speeds up to 65 miles per hour, which is rare for a folding setup. Alright, so your head's protected, your feet are locked in. Now let's talk navigation. Because getting lost in the middle of nowhere sounds fun until it's not. The Garmin Montana 750i is your trail riding lifeline. It's not just a GPS, it's a full-on communication tool with in-reach messaging and an SOS feature, which means even when you're miles outside cell coverage, you're never really cut off. It's rugged, built to military specs, and has a huge touchscreen that even works with gloves on. But what really makes this a trail rider's best friend is the versatility. You get preloaded maps, a digital compass, altimeter, barometer, even weather updates. And yeah, you can drop pins with a built-in 8 megapixels camera, so you can actually remember where that epic hill climb was. Downside? It's definitely an investment. Plus, it works best with a subscription for satellite messaging, which might not be for everyone. But if you're the kind of rider who goes deep into the backcountry, or just likes having a little peace of mind, it's a powerful tool. Perfect for the mountain ranges, open desert, or forest trails where signals vanish fast. Let's say you ride a lot at night, this one's made just for that. This whip light kit from Rough Country is not just for looks, it helps you stay more visible on dark trails, which adds a bit of safety when you're out there in tough conditions. Whether it's fog, dust, or just a long night ride, this light gives you that extra bit of confidence. You can pick the light color you want: red, green, blue, or white. It comes with a remote and a rocker switch, so you can switch colors or brightness anytime. Each color puts out 1200 lumens, which is quite bright for trail use. The body is built strong. It's waterproof and made to handle off-road conditions. The lens is curved, which helps water and dirt slide off. So even if the trail gets messy, the light keeps working without a problem. And installing it is pretty simple. It comes with a full wiring harness, mounting brackets, and everything you need in the box. The stainless steel mounts also make sure it stays firm while you ride. So if you're into night rides or just want to be seen better in rough weather, this light kit is a smart pick. Now, let's talk about storage, because sooner or later, you're going to need a place to stash your gear. The Kimpex Nomad trunk isn't just a box slapped on the back. It's smartly laid out, waterproof, and super customizable. You can pack 115 liters of gear in this thing, which, let's be honest, means you've got space for tools, snacks, extra layers, and maybe even a folding chair if you're headed out for a full-day ride. It's ergonomic too, so if you've got a passenger, they're not stuck leaning against some hard plastic edge. The little things really make a difference. Quick access glove compartment, optional heated grips for colder rides, and smart internal dividers to keep your stuff from bouncing around like popcorn. Perfect for forest rides, longer backcountry adventures, or multi-day fishing trips where you want a bit more organization. Only catch? It's bulky. If you're riding solo and keeping things light, this might be more than you need. But for anyone hauling gear through the woods, it's like having a mobile base camp strapped to your rear rack. So your gear's packed, the trail is calling, but what happens when the sun dips earlier than expected? That's where the Baja Design's S2 Pro LED really shines, literally. This tiny 3x2-inch light bar throws out over 2,200 lumens, and it does it without draining your battery like an old-school spotlight. What's great is how small and easy to mount it is. Whether you've got a tight setup or limited space, this thing fits where bigger lights just won't. It's waterproof, submersible, and built to handle abuse from weather or trail grime. You can run it through mud, splash it through creeks, and it keeps beaming. And let's be honest, riding after dark can get sketchy fast. especially in the woods or on uneven trails. Having a daylight-style light source mounted right on your rig makes a huge difference in visibility and confidence. Now, some riders might say the price is a bit steep for such a small light. And sure, there are cheaper options. But if you're the kind who rides past sundown or hits those dense forest trails where light fades fast, this compact powerhouse earns its keep every single ride. Okay, here's a scenario every trail rider dreads: rolling over something sharp miles from the trailhead. And then, hearing that soft hiss. That's where the GlueTread ATV tire repair kit saves the day. Originally made for the US Border Patrol, this kit is ready for almost any tire disaster you'll face on the trail. Sidewall tears, punctures, even valve stem problems? This thing has your back. It comes with CO2 cartridges, so you can reinflate right there without an air compressor. The tools are solid, metal T-handles, not some cheap plastic knockoffs. And it's all packed into a tough Cordura bag that fits easily into your trunk or strapped gearbox. The real perk here is how trail-ready it is. If you're riding in areas with jagged rocks, cactus debris, or sharp roots, think Arizona deserts or mountainous forest trails, you don't want to be without this. The only real con? You've got to be comfortable doing a bit of hands-on repair in the field. It's not automatic, and it takes a little know-how. But it's one of those thank-me-later kits that earns a permanent spot in your loadout. And finally, after your tires are patched, your lights are shining, and your gear is stashed, you still need a way to secure that gear. Enter the Kolpin Rhino Grip XLR. These things act like an extra set of hands, holding everything from rifles and fishing rods to axes, tools, and even your buddy's gear he forgot to strap down. Each arm adjusts to fit different shapes, which is super useful when you're carrying a mix of stuff. And the rubber grip padding keeps things snug without scratching them up. Plus, it rotates, mounts on round bars or flat surfaces, and comes off with just a thumb screw. Tool-free removal? Yes, please. Perfect for hunting trips, backcountry camping, or even utility jobs where your ATV is basically a mobile workbench. They're especially handy in open desert terrain where you don't want your gear bouncing around every dune or hard-packed trail. Only thing to keep in mind, while they handle up to 15 pounds, they're not meant for super heavy items. Think medium duty. Push them too far and they'll show wear. But overall, if you've ever looked back and seen your gear flopping in the wind, this is the fix. So that was our video on the 10 ATV accessories. Let us know your favorite pick in the comments section, as we'd love to hear from you. And as for everything else, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And hit the bell icon if you want more content like this on your feed.